Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra George Sturgis. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls and Crafts. In this video, I am going to show you how to connect the pieces for your jewel sock rag doll. Thank you so much for watching. Now that we have cut out all of our pieces and we have sewn them together, we are now going to ladder stitch the openings before attaching the parts to the doll's body. And the only parts that you need to attach to this jewel sock rag doll are the arms and the ears, and that's it. And you're just going to close the back opening of the ears using a ladder stitch, and you're going to close the opening of the arm as well. Now with the arm, you don't necessarily have to ladder stitch the opening. You could ladder stitch the arm right to the doll's shoulder, and this could save a step. Now I chose to use a button joint to go through the doll's body so that the arms can move up and down, but you do not have to do this. You may also use a plastic joint to attach the doll's arms to the body as well, which I will leave the link at the top so you can click on it. I think I used it, yes, for Geraldine the sock mermaid. I used plastic joints for her arms. So there are a variety of ways for you to attach the arms to your rag sock doll that are most comfortable to you. I have seen some doll artists actually hot glue their arms to the doll's shoulder area. Now, if you're not looking for a lot of mobility, and again, if you're making these dolls in a large amount for charities or organizations, or you are working with children, well, maybe not too young, especially with a hot glue gun, but maybe with supervision, and you want things to go by faster, that is an option. I am now ladder stitching the opening for both of her ears, which is really, you just place the needle on the inside and you stitch from one side to the other, and then you pull it gently together. And as you are stitching, sometimes you may need to use your needle to push the fiber fill down so that it doesn't stick out through the opening where you're sewing it. And again, as opposed to sewing the ladder stitching the ears to the doll's body, you may also hot glue the ears to the doll's body. Like I said, I've seen other doll artists use this technique, and it seems to be very sturdy and it's easy. And the thing about using a hot glue gun with a sock doll is that, to me, it's like bringing a gun to a knife fight. The sock is so soft and flexible, and the hot glue together is I mean, it stays well. But the thing about using the hot glue is that the hot glue gun is, in my opinion, is for people who know exactly what they're doing, and you know you want it in that spot, and you are just cocky. You just feel good about what you're doing, okay? But if you sew the ear or the arm to the doll's body, and for some reason it is not balanced, and one side is higher or lower than the other, all you have to do is clip the thread and start over. But if you use the hot glue gun, make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. So as you can see in the video, I have used a wooden bead for the doll's nose. I was looking for a way to create a nose. I mean, I'm not a person who just, want the nose to be missing. And I was trying to think of a way to make it easier for people to make a doll quickly as opposed to needle sculpting. So I decided to use a wooden bead. Now, I thought my camera was recording, but it was off. So after I put the bead in place, those holes in the middle of the bead, I sewed the bead in place, just simply going inside the hole on the face, and the thread is on the outside, but I think it actually, to me, it's kind of cute, and you could actually use a different color just to add a little bit more personality to the face. But it's a very, very simple process. So now I am ladder stitching the back of the doll, just putting everything together. And like I said in the previous video, when you ladder stitch her body, it gives it a little bit more shape because you're pulling it together, as opposed to if you were to go in between her legs, and I don't know, I'm quite sure it's probably 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. I just prefer the back. So I'm gonna just gently go ahead and sew her, ladder stitch her back together, and then I am going to attach her arms. One of the things that really irritates me is that when I go to the grocery store and all of the cash registers want you to check yourself out. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like I'm working. I'm giving you my money and I'm working, and I'm not getting a discount. And where is the cashier? Like, where are the jobs for the humans? Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel, well, who's getting my money? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like we're just in a society now where we are expected to, I don't know, pump our own gas, ring up and bag our own groceries, go to a restaurant and you select our, get our own food. Oh my God. You know what I hate? When I go to a restaurant and I order my food and then I have to stand and wait for it. I'm talking about a particular restaurant, and then they have the nerve to have a tip jar. And I'm thinking to myself, but I need a tip because I'm paying you my money. I'm working for free. This is free labor. Okay, so now we're finished ladder stitching the back of Jewel, the sock rag doll, and I am adding my little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a little, emblem. It's like a little heart, and it has made with love. And I just love adding that to the end or the top of my stitches, or whenever I finish a doll, I usually add this, and it's just, I don't know, it just makes me happy for no other reason other than the fact that it just makes me happy. So now I am preparing to ladder stitch the ear onto the doll. And first I just give myself an anchoring stitch where I want the ear to be. Make sure that the part of the ear where you ladder stitch it together is to the back, and just go ahead and sew it, and then you're going to use that ear as a guide to attach the second ear. Another thing too, I guess I'm just talking, is I am reading Harry Potter. I read the first 3 books and I want to finish the series. I am an unspoiled reader and I love this book. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta tell you what hooked me. It only takes one thing to hook me, and that was at the end of book 1 when I think Harry Potter asked the guy with the long beard, I can't think of his name right now, but he asked him about the truth, and he said the truth could be a very dangerous thing. And I was just like, Lord, isn't this the truth? But I think the book is just filled with a lot of wisdom, and it's very interesting to me. And I was telling my students that I'm in the process of reading book 4, which I haven't finished yet. And they told me that I'm in for a heartbreak. They said, oh, Dr. Sturgis, you are in for having your heart broken. And I think it has kind of stopped me from reading a little bit. But before I go back into the classroom, I really need to make sure that I finish reading at least book 4. I missed the time that I spend over the summer reading. Reading is so important to me. It just allows me to attach, I don't know if the word is attach, but to ground myself into my body. And really enjoy my tea, and I don't know, so I want to make sure that I do that. So anyway, we're almost done with this doll. I'm so excited. Oh my God, isn't she beautiful? I mean, I know it's just a little bud of a nose, but I just think it's really beautiful. So now we are preparing to attach the arms, and you're going to need your long doll needles for this. You know, I think you could get away with a regular long needle as well, but you'll have to like push the shoulder area together really tight. And excuse me, I'm also using the upholstery thread, but this is a very easy way to attach the arms. And again, like I said before, you could easily ladder stitch it if you want. You could use the plastic joints, but I just think that the buttons add a little personality to the doll, and you are able to move the arms up and down. But you can also just use thread without using the buttons. Like, you don't need the buttons at all. You could just, you know, use the thread, go in through the shoulder, go out, you know, out through the other opposite shoulder into the arm, back and forth, and you know what, it would still look nice. I couldn't decide between the lighter color buttons or the wooden shaded buttons, but I decided to go along with the wood because I just really like the shade and the indentation in it. But you know, of course, you're gonna pick whatever you want. I bought that pack of buttons from Walmart, and they were $4, like $3.97. Yes, $3.97. It's just a big pack of buttons, which make you want to just, you know, sew up some stuff. This is a very, very solid pattern. This sock rag doll pattern, this is the third doll that I used it on. I'm telling you, I mean, I think, you know, I've purchased patterns, I've seen other people's patterns, it never works for me. It never works for me. Maybe because I don't understand, you know, what they're doing, and I don't understand a lot of the terminology that seamstress or sewers use. But I promise you that this is a very simplistic, very easy doll pattern. I would love to see your work. You can, I think my Facebook is working. The link is in the description box below. But this pattern, it just, I don't know, and you can use it on a variety of colors and sock styles. But like I said in the previous video, I would definitely use socks for men because you have more space, and I like the way the socks feel. Pay attention to the color, pay attention to the writing. But look at this doll. Look at Jewel. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, I think maybe I would have not had the green coloring at the tip of the toe and the toe area, but other than that, even that's cute. You know what I mean? This is a very solid, easy to make doll. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to attach the hair to your Jewel sock rag doll, and we're going to go over a variety of techniques you can use to create an easy face for your rag doll. I know there's a doll inside of you who is just dying to come to life, but only you can breathe life into her. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.